Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, I got the basic highlights and shadows filled in, and I think I need to blend a little bit more of the lights over this general area because I think he's a little bit too dark. So what I'm going to do now is this dry brush technique, and I get white here. There it is. And what I did is I loaded up the brush fully, and I basically pounced it until it was empty, and that gives me the ability to put this dry brush, so named because it is dry of pigment, but it is actually fully loaded at the same time. But it will only disperse very, very small amounts of color, and I can actually blend it in. What I do is I just keep stroking this one area, and it eventually lightens up. It's a very slow, tedious process, but if you do it right and with a good flow to it, you really have to learn to get used to the feeling of it, of how it applies. You eventually lighten this area with a very smooth, see that little spot right there? I just lighten that just by hitting it. See, I'll do it under the eyebrow so you can see. And the white, which I'm using now, is flake white, lead white. Will dry fast, so by tomorrow it'll be dry because it's such a thin layer, and lead dries very fast, and I'll be able to work on it again. So I'm not using any medium, I'm just using straight paint, fully loading the brush and then emptying it out, and with that I'll be able to do this very, very super thin layer of white, and it helps soften edges considerably. It shows no brush strokes. It dries fast. And it's really just like the finishing layer. And you can see this area that I've done already right here. So he's a little bit too dark on this side, so I'm making some lights lighter.